Hello, good morning. In the previous class, we had studied the scalar product, or that is called, it is also known as the dot product. And the definition of scalar product is the product of two vector. The dot product of two vector is equal to a scalar quantity whose is equal to the product of magnitude of two vectors and the cosine angle between the two vectors. Okay, and we are already seeing the properties of scalar product, that is the dot product. There are number of scalar properties. Okay, so in the today's class we are seeing the vector product. It is also known as the cross product. Vector product, or it is also known as the cross product. So here also we are drawing the two vectors, that is this is the vector A and this is the vector B. Okay, and the angle between these two vectors is the theta. Okay, so angle between two vectors is the theta, and if we join this vector B and B, so this is the height maintained. So this is the vertical component is known as the B sin theta. Okay, and here we are drawing the third component, that is the vector C. This is the vector C. Okay, and this is the moving clockwise or anti-clockwise direction also. So the vector product of or the cross product of two vectors A and B is the vector quantity. It is known as the cross product. So that's why product is known as the cross product. That means the A cross B. Okay, so this is the vector quantity, because this is the vector product or cross product. It is a vector quantity, and it read as a vector A cross vector B. Okay, so this is the vector quantity and whose magnitude is, that is the vector A cross vector B is equals to the vector product of two vectors is also read as the vector A cross vector B is equal to the product of magnitude of two vectors, that means A and B, that is the product of magnitude of two vectors, and the sine of the angle between these two vectors inclined at an angle theta between these two vectors, and whose direction is, the direction is perpendicular to the plane containing A and B. Where the plane containing A and B, so there the direction of this theta is the perpendicular where the A and B is situated, that is the plane containing A and B. So it is positive. It is positive, and here's the, again we write a unit vector, that is the n. Here n is the unit vector. This cap means the unit vector. Here the unit vector n is the unit normal. Okay, and this can be written as the vector C. So this vector C is nothing but the AB sin theta n. Okay, where n is the unit vector perpendicular to the, where n is the unit vector perpendicular to the vector A and B. Perpendicular to the vector A and vector B means in the direction of vector C. This is called the vector n. So this is the vector product A cross B is equals to AB sin theta n, and it is nothing but the vector C. Okay, then the direction, if it is positive, it is positive, the product is positive when there is a direction consider here. It is positive if the rotation from A to B is anti-clockwise. It is positive if the rotation between A and B is anti-clockwise. if the rotation between A and B, if the rotation from A and B, A to B, okay, here A to B rotation between A to B is anti-clockwise, then the value is positive. It is negative. It is negative if the rotation between A to B is clockwise. Okay. So this is the definition of vector product of two vectors. That is the vector A cross vector B is equals to AB sin theta, and N is the vector, unit vector perpendicular to the A and B, and this is nothing but the vector C. If we consider two vector, cross product of two vector, we get a third vector. Okay. So there are properties of vector product of two vectors. So first is the properties of vector products. First property is commutative law is not obeyed. Commutative law is not obeyed. So what is the commutative law? If we write B cross A, vector B cross A, so it is nothing but there is a rotation between, this is the clockwise rotation, so that's why here taking the negative product, that is the AB sin theta and vector N. So this AB sin theta and vector N is nothing but so this is nothing but the A cross B, so is equals to minus of vector A cross vector B. So that's why vector product of two vectors does not obey the commutative law. We get the reverse direction. Okay. The second is the distributive law holds good. It obeys the distributive law. Distributive law obey. Okay. So we know the distributive law, that is vector A cross vector B plus C is equals to vector A cross vector B plus vector A cross vector C. Okay. So this is the distributive law followed by the vector products, or distributive law is obeyed by the vector product of two vectors. Then third is the area of parallelogram. We can find the area of parallelogram by using the vector product. Area of parallelogram we can find. So we know that the area of parallelogram is nothing but the base into height. It is this is the area of parallelogram. So by using this vector product, we can find the area of parallelogram. So the magnitude of the vector product, that is the A cross B, gives the area of parallelogram formed by the two vectors at the adjacent sides. So here draw the diagram. So this is the parallelogram structure. So this is the vector B. So this is the vector A, and this is the, and there is the angle theta. Okay. And here is the direction of C. C is nothing but the vector A plus B. That is the vector A plus B. Sorry, cross. Vector A cross vector B. Okay. And if we taking the same direction, this is the area of parallelogram, same diagram is applied here. So this is the vertical component, that is the B sin theta. Okay. So by using this diagram, we can find the area, that is the, we can find h. So height h is equals to B sin theta according to diagram. This is the height. We are drawing the perpendicular, we get the M. And this is the height of the parallelogram, that is the B sin theta. And if we apply the vector product, vector A cross vector B is equals to AB sin theta into unit vector N. Okay. So this B sin theta is nothing but the h. that is a h. B sin theta is the h, height of the parallelogram. So a into h, and this a is nothing but the base vector. Okay, this is the base vector, so that's why we can write a is the base into height of parallelogram. Okay, so base into height of the parallelogram is nothing but the area of parallelogram. Okay, so by using this vector product we can find the area of parallelogram. Okay, so this is the one of the most important property. So we are discussing here 1, 2, 3 and three properties and the definition of vector product or the cross product. In the next class we will see the remaining properties of vector product of two vectors. Thank you.